Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling off? Like something wasn't right, but you couldn't put your finger on it? Or maybe you've been in a situation where somehow you ended up apologizing, even though you were the one who got hurt? Yeah, I've been there too. And for the longest time, I thought it was just me. I thought I was too emotional, too sensitive, too much. But then I started learning about dark psychology, and honestly, it changed everything. Because what I thought were my flaws were actually someone else's tactics. So today, let's talk about 7 manipulation tactics that most people fall for. Not in a scary conspiracy theory way, but in a real, honest, this actually happens to normal people kind of way. Because it does, more than you'd think. Let's start with gaslighting. Because this one messed with my head the most when I first understood it. Imagine this. Something happens. You know what you saw. You know what was said. But the other person looks you dead in the eyes and says, "That never happened. You're imagining things." And slowly, you start to wonder, am I imagining things? You replay the memory over and over. You second guess yourself. And eventually, you stop trusting your own instincts. That's gaslighting. It doesn't happen all at once. It drips. And by the time you're drowning, you don't even realize you're wet. Okay, this next one is wild because it actually feels good at first. Love bombing is when someone showers you with attention, affection, compliments, and grand gestures right from the start. Like, way too much, way too fast. And in the moment, it feels incredible. It feels like you finally found someone who truly sees you. But here's the thing, they're building an image, a perfect version of themselves in your mind. So later, when things get controlling or cold or critical, you keep holding on to that early version. You keep thinking, if I just do better, they'll go back to how they were. They won't. That version was never real. Can we talk about the silent treatment for a second? Because people really underestimate how damaging this is. When someone goes completely cold, no response, no acknowledgement, just nothing, it creates this unbearable anxiety in you. And what do most people do? They chase, they apologize, they desperately try to fix something they didn't even break. That's the whole point. Silence used deliberately is not peace. It's punishment. This one's sneaky. Triangulation is when someone drags a third person into your dynamic to make you feel insecure. My ex never had a problem with this. Even your own friends think you're being dramatic. Whether it's true or completely made up, doesn't matter. The goal is to make you feel like you're always competing, always falling short, always trying to prove yourself. And people who feel like they're not enough, they're a lot easier to control. We all know this one. After everything I've done for you. Guilt tripping is basically emotional debt. Someone helps you, supports you, sacrifices for you, and then uses all of it as leverage. And suddenly you feel like you owe them, like you have no right to say no, like setting a boundary makes you a bad person. It's exhausting, and it keeps you stuck in a cycle that's really hard to break. This one breaks my heart a little, honestly. Future faking is when someone keeps you around through promises that never come true. I'll change. Things will be different. Just give me a little more time. And you wait. Because the future they're painting sounds so good. But that future never actually arrives. It just keeps moving further away, keeping you invested just enough to stay. And the last one, isolation. This one is the slowest and honestly, the most dangerous. It doesn't start with stop talking to your friends. It starts with little comments. Your friends don't really care about you. Your family stresses you out. You're better off when it's just us. And gradually, you pull away from the people who love you. Not because you want to, but because it just feels easier. Until one day you look around and realize they're the only person left. That's not love. That's control. Look, I'm not sharing this to make you paranoid or to make you distrust everyone around you. I'm sharing this because awareness is everything. You can't protect yourself from something you can't see, and a lot of people are walking around in situations that are hurting them genuinely believing it's their fault. It's not. So I want to ask you something, and be honest, even if it's just with yourself. Did any of these hit close to home? Was there a moment while watching this where you thought, wait, that's happened to me? Drop it in the comments. Seriously, you might be surprised how many people feel exactly the same way. And if this resonated with you, share it. Someone in your life might need to hear this today.